See a few people tuning in. Ira Mitchell, the dude. Todd, how are you? Y'all tell me if this light looks funny. Thought I'd try something different tonight. Wasn't so sure about it. Mr. Gene Sweat, got that car looking good, buddy. Won't be long. Mr. Ken Carson, what's up, buddy? Beth, how are you? All right, man, we jumped right past my 25 number in a hurry. Right off the get-go, y'all tell me, does the lighting look funny? Mr. Steve Tucker, what's up, buddy? Now I got to act right. Mr. Steve Tucker's here. Everybody, it is almost go time. I mean, we are talking just a couple hours, and I will be headed to the airport, headed to Vegas to go out there and stomp on that loud pedal. What everybody think about the new look of the race car? I love it. It was one of those things that, been dying to show you guys. It's actually been done probably for a little over a week. We've had the car wrapped, and the guys from SSI, they come out, and man, they always they're amazing. This company has helped us for many, many years, and they send a whole group of guys out, and they just start hanging this vinyl. And I'm the decal boy on the team. I hang a little bit of vinyl on the car, but watching them do the trailers is amazing. The way they just hang it up there like wallpaper. I mean, it's just crazy how good and how quick and how well they can get all that stuff lined up. I'm always a little bit like, oh my goodness, wadding it up, sticking it. It is such an amazing thing to watch people that know how to do it. They really do a great job because, the sheets on the trailer, not quite 4 foot wide, but they're pretty dang wide. And then it's got, the graphics. You got to line all that stuff up. And one trailer's 53 foot, one's 56 foot. And man, they nail it every year. And it would be one of those things that if you mess up, you have messed up, because if you anywhere you mess up, everything's got to line up, and they got to put it all out there and get it all lined up there together. So it is definitely pretty amazing to watch them do it. And when it all gets done, I am just always dying to send it out and show everybody immediately. But we wanted to wait and just kind of get everything lined up, get the trucks rolling. Was kind of excited to put it out there today, and made a cool little video. At least I thought it was a cool little video that we did to kind of show everybody what the car looks like. I like the colors and like how everything come out. And now, it's down to, like I say, a few hours before we head to the airport and get out there. The rigs showed up in Vegas today. Looks like the weather's going to be okay in Vegas. And testing, it's funny. It's only been middle November since I drove last, but it is still one of those things where you go, man, it's time to do this again. And it's like I hadn't rode the roller coaster in a little while, and that's what it is. It's like getting in the ultimate roller coaster and going out there and standing on that thing and seeing what it feels like. If it does something silly, you got to catch it really quickly. And it's testing. We're not trying to turn on wind lights. So, the last thing you want to do is cause the team a lot of extra work from making a mistake, from not letting off the gas when you should. But it's kind of what we do. We go out there and we push these things as hard as we can push them and find out, what works, what doesn't work. But it's still, it's been a couple weeks, a couple months, I guess. Don't seem like it's been that long at all that we were just at Pomona. But we're going. We have got a lot of work done during the off season, and that's kind of what you do. I see Mr. Ken Carson said Kenny's on a plane now. He's headed out already. And I see Corey is saying testing in Vegas, not in Phoenix. Actually, there's going to be testing in both. Don't ask me how that happened, but some of the teams are actually headed to Phoenix and some are going to Vegas. But we are on our way to Vegas. Like I say, the rigs are there. Kenny and Chris and some of the Indy guys are headed that way. Mr. Mike Baker, I like that thought. Number one qualifier with the new look would be awesome. We are definitely ready to go out there and turn on 4 wind lights on Sunday. 5 final rounds last year, just didn't quite get it done. But off season, like I said, you got all this list of stuff that you want to get done, and you do your dangest to knock it all out, but it never fails. It's like, okay, that will get done when we can, and some things you just don't get to, and it's like, what did we miss that is vitally important, and we got to get it done. But it is what it is. We just have to do the best we can, and I think we got the majority of the big things done, but at the same time, it is still like, we needed to get this done or that done, but hey, it's part of it. But anyway, guys, wasn't going to keep you on here for a horribly long time tonight. We have just been really, really going at it, and it's funny, the last little bit while you're at home, it's like Iggy and Millie, Iggy went to the lady that watches him, and Millie actually normally goes there as well when we're flying out to the races. Millie is in dog training. Kind of excited to see how that goes, and at the same time, it's like, the little puppy, she's fixing to get a little boot camp action, but that's part of it. She needs it, and Iggy's done it, and to be honest, can't say that it did him a lot of good, that's for sure. Sometimes we think he needs to go back to boot camp, but that's kind of part of it. Guys, if you got any questions, lay them on me. I'm looking up here at the screen and seeing what's out there. And again, I hope everybody got an opportunity to see what the new look looks like. Pretty proud of it. It was definitely different from last year, and man, I love all the colors and the stripes and the blacks, blues, orange, everything. It just looks awesome. I think it is definitely one of the coolest looking cars that we have had in a long time. I really, really like it. And I'm just kind of scrolling through, looking up here. I am just scrolling through all the comments here. I see Daniel Parker. What will it cost me to drive that rig? Man, I have no idea. All you got, drive it one time. It is just crazy. The cost that it takes to run one of these things is just nuts. But it can be done. I mean, I'm living proof of it. You just got to work your tail off and figure out how to make it happen. But, man, it's just crazy. Just seeing what else here. I'm not used to looking at my computer, but I thought, why not? It's sitting here, so I'll look at the computer behind me. I see Beth is saying her husband is getting tickets to Gainesville. New season is here. This coming weekend's testing. Next weekend, we're headed that way. And I see a couple people talking about they wish that I was going to Phoenix, but unfortunately, we are not. Beth, yes, the puppies will be in Gainesville. They don't go when I fly. I can't imagine. Billy Johnson, any plan for the old cars? Well, that was a really amazingly popular post when I posted yesterday a picture of one of the Werner cars. How many comments? It's just unreal. I thought that I was just amazed at how many people, commented on that car, and it is... it's cool. I mean, we got two of the championship cars, and they are both on their way. Yes, they were sitting there with flat tires. Yes, they had dust on them. They are in the race shop, so they got a little dust on them. Actually, they're in the shop where we cut clutch discs, so technically it had clutch dust on them. But that car that I posted the picture of was 2002 Werner Enterprises championship car. That was our second championship that we won with that car. That car was an amazing car. We won 11 out of 12 races with that car. And I got tickled at how many people, talking about all the things to do with it, which is cool. There was so many comments on there. I tried to answer as many as I can, but man, it's hard to keep up answering all those things. It was such a popular post on there. But that car is actually going to Don Garlett's museum at some point. I don't know when, because I'm planning on taking it down there myself, and obviously we are coming into the crazy busy part of the year for us, but it is definitely a cool little car. Like I say, it won 11 out of 12 races on the IHRA side. I don't remember. I got all the information. I did look it up, but it was pretty dang spectacular season we had with that 2002. It is a Brad Hadman car. I just seen Dave Miller asking about that or saying something about it. We won some rounds with that thing. That is actually the same car that I had the burn down with Doug Herbert in. So the car's got a lot of history. It is a cool car. I'm just reading comments again here on my phone now. I feel like when I'm looking up, I'm not paying attention. But I see Danny Waters Sr. I will see you at some of the races for sure. And I see Tiffany Connor asking, Seal doesn't want to let go of the Werner drags yet. Actually, Tiffany, that's the car I was just talking about. We have 2 of those cars, and they are on their way to Big Daddy's at some point whenever I get the opportunity to drag them down there, and it'll be sometime this year. I'm really excited about, having a car that's going to be there. That's pretty cool. And I can't wait to kind of finish putting all the history together on that thing. It's pretty neat. But anyway, guys, wasn't planning on staying on here a long time tonight. Just excited. We leave for testing. Like I say, get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, head to the airport, get out to Vegas, get everything set up tomorrow. Thursday, we're planning on, making probably a couple just little what I call squirts, which typically are about 330-foot runs. Kind of look at everything. The first run will certainly be a systems test is what we'll call it. A systems test essentially is make sure all the computer systems work and all the race pack stuff. Make sure that the fuel system, the fuel curve is doing what it's supposed to be doing, and kind of what is the throwout bearing, the clutch moving the way it's supposed to, are the clutch discs working the way we want them to. And then from there, we'll make decisions on what the motor looked like, what the drive shaft looked like, what the G meter looked like. Do you step on it a little more? Do you take a little bit away? All those things that are what you do and in testing. We will probably not make any full runs, to be honest with you. The full runs are just not really, I don't feel that they're necessary in testing, just for the fact that if you get the thing to half track, for the most part, as long as it's on 8 cylinders, you will, kind of know what it is going to run from there. And that's kind of why typically all we do is essentially go to half track the majority of the time. And we're going to just go at it and see what happens. I see Gino hoping Midwest Pro Mod Series gets hooked back up with the NHRA again this year. One of the best times I've had. That was awesome having, the whole, the Summit North Midwest Pro Mod Series out at the track in Dallas. I enjoyed hanging out, walking the staging lanes, watching the cars. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that a lot. So yes, I hope you guys do get to come out again. I certainly enjoyed it. That is for sure. Just kind of scrolling through some of the comments here, guys, before I let you go. And I know it is definitely Mr. Jeff Foster. Excuse me, Mr. Jeff Foster. I will see you tomorrow, buddy. Dave Miller, will Jimmo be helping with your car this year? Jimmo will be helping us at every race that Paul Lee is not running his car. And even when Paul Lee is running his car, we're going to be parked very close to each other. So Mike and Jimmo will continue to work together. That was a really, really good tag team of crew chiefs and information going back and forth between those two. So yes, definitely Jimmo will be helping us and kind of back the other way too. Mike helps Jimmo where he can as well, and it was a good tag team with those two. Between the two of them, they got a lot of experience, a lot of rounds up and down the racetrack, a lot of nitro burned. That's for dang sure. Anyway, guys, short, like 15 minutes tonight. I got to go to bed. I got to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, and I am not a morning person. I don't want to go to bed. It's not time to go to bed yet. Bedtime for me is usually between midnight and 2. That is kind of the normal bedtime for me. But anyway, getting up at 4 a.m. I'll probably go lay my head on the pillow. Hopefully I go to sleep. Get up at 4, head to the airport, head to Vegas, go see Jeff Foster, see everybody on the Parts Plus team. Hope everybody has a good week. I will try and maybe post a couple videos here and there as testing goes. Not from in the car, but who knows, maybe. I have taped my phone on the wing stand before. Maybe I'll do that again. I just won't tell Jeff Foster to look out for a phone laying on his racetrack. When I did tape it on there, it did make it all the way to the end. Anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in tonight. Hope to see you next week. Tuesday will be a little odd. I'm trying to think. I'll be on my way to Pomona, but I'll do my dang to see if I can't do a quick, maybe I can do a live from, have Donna do it the way we do when we're driving down the racetrack. And anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in. Hopefully see you next Tuesday night with some good news from testing. See ya.